to the show. This is The Force Always. My name is Diz, aka David Zaman. Let's get on with the show with the news, the views, reviews, and interviews. And just to let you know, the sound yet is to be fixed on this particular show, so it's in the works. So I do apologize if it's a little bit airy, but it's going to be fixed. And also, just to let you know, if you want to subscribe to the channel, The Force Always, I'm here 3 or 4 times a week with the news, the views, reviews, and interviews. Speaking of which, news, today was a big day for Star Wars. D23, which is a Disney collective event for presentation of TVs and movie shows that's coming up. And with Star Wars, let's talk about Star Wars. We had an Ahsoka teaser trailer, which is online now, YouTube, you can check it anywhere, season 2, which I'll give you a review later in the show. And we also had some information about Starfighter, the movie that's coming out in 2027, the most anticipated, I'd say, project with Star Wars fans at this point, especially myself. So check that one out, and I'll give you a review of the presentation a bit later in the show. That's pretty much the news for this time around. So now let's get into views. Views is my viewpoint, opinion, or view idea on a story in Star Wars, but today will be an opinion. And what I'm going to say is, can Ahsoka Season 2 redeem itself from the basic feel that it got in the first season? Like, amongst Star Wars fans, it's good but not great. There is fans out there that love it, but it's sort of in between. It's not really received greatly, it's not received badly, it's just in between. I think leading into reviews, which is coming up shortly, if you look at the trailer in this particular one, it may change your opinion. I think Season 2 is going to be like Season 1, the first official really get-go for this particular project, Ahsoka. Ahsoka is a character, she was Anakin Skywalker's apprentice. Anakin Skywalker, just to let you know, turned into Darth Vader, just in case you didn't know. Anyway, can it be received well, Season 2, Ahsoka? Yes, and I have full confidence it will. Anyway, that is my views for this time around. Let's get into reviews. Reviews this time around is the event D23 that was in Anaheim, America, about Disney TV and movies coming up. But let's talk about the Star Wars point, especially 2 points. Ahsoka Season 2, and I'm going to give you my straight off the bat review. 8 out of 10 for the teaser trailer. It is amazing. Visually, its movement, its idea, it's great. The only thing it lacks is a real story direction. It's titter-tatters all over the place, saying you want to be, in the end it says, are you a Jedi or not? Anakin says to Ahsoka in the end of the trailer, and it just lacks a little bit of substance of what the story is going to be really, really about. It doesn't seem to be a lot of meat there with the story, but I could be wrong, and I'm wishing to be wrong. I'm still very excited, especially from this trailer, seeing Season 2, which is coming out in 2027 now, in January on Disney+. It's a live action series. Check that one out. Season 1 is already out, just in case you didn't know. And also at D23 we had Star Wars Starfighter, the next big film coming out for Star Wars, 2027 May. The director, once again, Sean Levy and Ryan Gosling, came out together with a bit of a spiel and revealed a background image and also a jacket which had a very unusual logo on the back, the Rebellion Alliance logo with some 2 stick-like things at the bottom, making it look like a bit like a pirate. So his character could be maybe some sort of pirate, this Ryan Gosling. I didn't catch the exact name, but I think his name is Cage, his actual character's name. Look, the presentation was good, it was fun, it was exciting, and then the lead-up came to the trailer, but only the people in the room at D23 could see it. Very frustrating, not disappointed, because really when you think of it, Ahsoka is the next in line for the releases of Star Wars. So really, if you did 2 trailers today, it would just confuse a lot of people. For me, maybe some people out there, we'd get the whole sort of gist. But this is something that needs to be sort of handled, one thing after another. I'm sure in about 3 months' time, we'll probably get this trailer or another version of this trailer online, or maybe in a sporting event or something like that. Because we're really 9 months away to the release. Usually things happen 6 months in. They ramp up the advertising campaign, so we're sort of 9 months away from Starfighter. So, I'm a bit let down, but at the same time, understandably. Anyway, that is so. And I gave the review for the presentation of Starfighter about 7 out of 10. So it was very good, but I would have loved seeing some images or thing behind the scenes or something like that, but it really didn't dive into that. People at the event would have seen much more, but good on them. Anyway, that is the reviews for this time around. Okay, so let's get into the interviews now. Interviews is my last lot of questions that I got on my last particular video, and you can send in your comments, your questions to me anytime on the last particular video. Don't send them to Instagram or Twitter. I don't really bother with them at the moment, but let's get right into the interviews. Michael from Werribee South is asking the D23 reality. Rather than pulling back, the rumours suggest Disney may widen the lore web even further. Whispers from the convention hint a potential official confirmation for more Shadow Lord Season 2 and heavily rumoured animated projects like Tales of the Jedi style spin-off following Luke Skywalker post Return of the Jedi. Well, I can tell you that more Shadow Lord Season 2 is confirmed, and it is go ahead, so there was no real reason to mention it. But the Tales of the Jedi, even though they're fun little cartoons, and I actually enjoy them much better than the Ninth Jedi type animated story, not the animation, the story, because they give you a lot of information about certain things that are canon. And yeah, look, it's they're not really pulling back. They're just Shadow Lord had been announced, and the Tales of the Jedi with Luke Skywalker is in the works, as far as I know at this point in time. The next question from Michael from Werribee South is the D23 reality. He's asking, look, rather than having a 5-year concepts that are coming out in the next 5 years, they've decided to sort of pull back and sort of release things that have been actually officially announced, which is a good idea. It sort of makes sense. It doesn't have us, wondering and have anxious moments of when's this going to happen, and they're just talking about the now, with the close near future as far as 2027 at this stage. And yeah, so D23 and Disney did the right thing by doing that. Anyway, the next question from Michael from Werribee South is, Disney is using the D23 Lucasfilm Pavilion to heavily double down on the Mando brand, while no formal Season 4 pivot has been announced. They are using physical meet and greets on the show floor to rebuild goodwill and assess the first-hand audience sentiment. Thoughts? Look, I think they know that Mando was not a big success. I think to an extent they would have known it was not going to be a big success. I don't think they're shying away from it. I think they're just sort of not using it at the moment. There's other projects in hand that they want to push, like Starfighter and Ahsoka and episodes 10, 11 and 12 and the 50th anniversary. So Mando's had its sort of window of opportunity. It will come again, but when, we don't know. Anyway, that's the answer to that question, I suppose. So in the next question from Michael from Werribee South pretty much talks about Ahsoka Season 2 has officially wrapped filming, but there is 50-50 to seeing a possible public teaser that may drop. Well, Michael, it has dropped. You can check it out now online. It's very good. Should check it. Anyone can check it. It's on YouTube. Ahsoka Season 2. That's pretty much the answer to that question. Anyway, that is the show for this time around. Please subscribe to the channel. The Force Always. I'm here 3 or 4 times, maybe sometimes a bit more like this week, with the news, the views, the reviews, and interviews. And until next time, my friends, keep rocking.